guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or nah sunscreen review. So I have here the new Kylie Skin Face Sunscreen. This is the broad spectrum 40 SPF that recently was announced, and when I saw this I was like, but as somebody that has very sensitive rosacea skin, it's hard to come across a really good sunscreen. So I'm very curious about the new Kylie Skin sunscreen. This is a chemical sunscreen. So if you guys are unaware between the differences of a physical sunscreen and a chemical sunscreen, the biggest difference is, think of it this way. I feel like this is the easiest way for me to break it down. A physical sunscreen, basically what the product is doing on your skin, it's creating a barrier between your skin and kind of everything coming in contact with. So what it does is when the sun comes in contact, it kind of like mirrors it away. So it like reflects it away so that it's not like going into your skin. It's sitting on top, which is why a lot of physical sunscreens do tend to have that tint, that white cast that not a lot of people like, but that's basically what it does. So it creates like a border on your face. Typically those sunscreens do contain zinc oxide. Whenever you see a sunscreen that says it has zinc oxide or something like that, it's because it typically is a physical sunscreen. Now for a sunscreen like Kylie Skin, this is a chemical sunscreen. So basically what the chemical sunscreen does is it absorbs everything, it absorbs the rays, and then it converts the rays into heat, and then it releases them out of the body. There's a lot of mixed feelings about chemical sunscreen. I know some people say that it's not necessarily the best for your health. And also another thing with the chemical sunscreens typically is that they are a translucent consistency, which is kind of the way that Kylie targeted this product, as a product that is a face sunscreen that literally you won't even be able to see. It'll be invisible, and it's supposed to work great without makeup or with makeup. So that's what we're gonna be really mainly testing it for, all those things, how it protects, how it moisturizes skin. So it does say here that it protects from UVA and UVB rays. So the UVA rays are the aging rays, and then the UVB rays are the burning rays. This did retail on Kylie Skin for $28. Once I went ahead and did everything when it came to shipping and tax, it ended up being about, I wanna say $38.63. And a lot of people have actually been comparing this new sunscreen to one that has come out recently as well, the Supergoop sunscreen. It's called, I think, the Unseen sunscreen. And a lot of people have actually been asking me about it. I didn't pick it up just because I have previously tried Supergoop and it hasn't worked out with my skin. It just completely neglected it. So I'm curious to see how this will do, because it is a chemical sunscreen. I'm curious to see if it's going to irritate my skin. I want to know if this is rosacea approved. But what I'm really most intrigued about is the fact that this can also be used as a primer. So one of the top ingredients of this is silicone. If you do not like silicone in your product, you probably will not like this. So I'm bringing you guys in close. I already went ahead and did my moisturizer, toner, all that good stuff. I actually do have a video on YouTube where I reviewed the Kylie Skin whole skincare line. If you guys do want to watch that, I will have that linked up here and linked down below as well. My favorite Kylie Skin product is the vitamin C serum. That serum works so well with my rosacea. It actually really helps reduce the redness in the mornings. I only use it at night with my night cream. And I've purchased 2 bottles. I just purchased my 3rd bottle because I really do enjoy that vitamin C serum. I think it is absolutely great. But besides that, everything else is like things that I feel like I did notice something completely life-changing for me, but I did want to give that specific item a shout out because I do have very positive feelings about that specific vitamin C serum. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take the primer, well, the sunscreen. This is what it looks like. I took a big amount of it just because you do need a good amount of sunscreen. I feel like something that I noticed in her promo is that they were using very little, and even she used it on one of her friends and he like took out a lot of it and she was like, oh my god, that's too much. But honey, that is not too much. You can never have enough sunscreen. So I'm just gonna begin working it through my skin. Oh yeah, it feels very silky and very silicone-y. It feels like I'm applying one of those like smoothing primers, like the e.l.f. smoothing primers that come in like these packagings. That's what it feels like. It does have a little bit of that sunscreen smell, And as you can see, it's going on completely clear. You can't see it. I always like to keep sunscreen away from my eyes. I don't like to keep them too close because my eyes are very sensitive. So as soon as I just go in there too close to the eyes, I tend to notice that they do give off a little bit of irritation. Okay, so here's the thing with sunscreen, and I feel like this tends to be forgotten, and I feel like when it comes to a skincare brand, I think they need to make sure that they really emphasize on using a good amount of sunscreen. Because in promos and stuff, when you use a little pinch of it, that's not gonna do anything. Also really recommending to like take it down to your neck and also your ears if possible. That's very important because your ears and your neck are still like the part that gets hit the most. And your neck is one of the first areas to show aging. So you really wanna make sure that you go down here. So we have the sunscreen on, and it says here that you can wear it as a primer. So I'm going to be wearing this specific product as a primer as well. It'll be great for me because I can kill two birds with one stone. I think I'm just gonna be sticking with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. This one is in the shade 300. And I just wanna see how this is going to work with the foundation. So I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. So far, I'm not noticing any major irritation. When I first applied, like the very first seconds that I applied, I did feel a little bit of a tingly sensation, but honestly, it wasn't a tingly sensation where it kept going or kept getting worse. It was just like very, very subtle, and then it just went away. So that's good. This sunscreen primer, I guess, doesn't feel sticky whatsoever. When you touch it, the face just feels so velvety. And I do have to say, I feel like the foundation is going on really well on top of this sunscreen. Another thing, if you are gonna be wearing the sunscreen alone and you're not gonna be wearing any type of makeup, I would highly recommend you consistently reapply it. If you are outside, especially, and it's really hot, you want to apply it every 2 hours, no more. Or if you're at the pool, I would say every hour. But I think that if you are wearing a foundation, you should be going in with a spray sunscreen. You guys know that a lot of brands are coming out with sprays. My current favorite one is the Seriously Fab Zinc It Over. This is a physical sunscreen. And the reason why I say with the sprays, obviously because you can't go and apply, you know, a cream product over your foundation. So that's why I say spray. I know some people also really like the Milani one. I did review that one as well. It's not bad. It just kind of irritates my eyes a little bit. I wish that she also would have came out with a sunscreen spray for people that are wearing makeup, especially because she is a makeup lady. What about when they're wearing the makeup through the day, how they're gonna retouch the day? So it would have been a nice situation if she would have had also that spray, just so the spray could have been there during the day and me not having to gravitate towards a different spray that's not from her brand, you know? What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my very first initial thoughts and opinions on this and whether I think this is something worth checking out, because I think it's targeted to a specific group of people for sure. Okay guys, so I am back. I finished my entire face of makeup. I will have all the details listed down below in my description box. But now I'm actually back with my overall thoughts on the Kylie Skin Face Sunscreen. So for the people that I would recommend this to are the people that are the makeup lovers that care more so for like the aspect of not having flashback, because in sunscreen, the ingredients that do give the flashback are zinc oxide, mainly the physical sunscreens. With this translucent situation going onto the face, you'll not have that flashback. So if you're gonna be taking pictures, if you care so more of like the cosmetic side of it, then you definitely will be appealed to this. Now, this is one of those products that laid really nicely underneath the foundation, which you guys saw and I mentioned as I was applying the product. The way that Kylie advertised it in my eyes was more so gearing towards somebody that will be wearing this underneath their makeup. You got your sunscreen in here. It can definitely serve as a primer because it does have that very silicone-y consistency that typically is what a lot of primers contain. Silicone can definitely clog your pores a lot. So for me, just the idea of putting this all over my face, I'm like, When I think of skincare and people that are really passionate about skincare, they're gonna see this and roll their eyes really hard, because they're gonna be like, sunscreen is supposed to be something that really emphasizes protecting your skin, really emphasizes the benefits to your skin. And I feel like that isn't necessarily emphasized in this specific product. Another thing, for the majority part of people that is kind of Kylie's audience, this is gonna be a way that they're gonna be appealed to start to use sunscreen, because they're going to know that, oh, like I can use this underneath my makeup. They'll be more encouraged to use sunscreen and apply it to their everyday life, because they know that it's something that is cosmetics approved. Like, it's great for under the makeup, you can't see it, you won't be bothered by it, it's not gonna really affect you. That said, so that's kind of the audience that I mainly see this being a product for. But overall, I just feel like it's not worth it, just because yes, you apply the initial first layer of this underneath your makeup, but then you're gonna have to quickly go back and retouch it. And how are you gonna retouch it when you already have all this makeup? Which is why I suggested earlier that maybe a makeup spray also would have been great along with this for retouching with makeup, because it's clear that this is geared towards that type of situation. Also for like just every day, like let's say you are not wearing makeup with this and you want this, it's a lot of silicone, I feel like. The next thing, for my people that are rosacea prone or have rosacea skin like I do, for me personally, it didn't have a severe irritation. I didn't notice it. It did tingle just a little bit. I do feel like sometimes that can happen when you first try a product. It'll tingle just a little bit, and then you get more use out of it and your skin kind of gets used to it. But a severe tingling, I did not notice that. Also, because this is a chemical sunscreen, put into consideration that basically what's gonna happen is gonna melt into your skin, the rays being absorbed into your skin, and then converted into heat, and then being released. As they're being converted into heat, that can cause you to flare up or have any flushing. I'm somebody that heat is a big trigger for me. So if I'm wearing this alone, I probably will be flushing a lot. So that's why I personally prefer for myself as a rosacea skin person to use a physical sunscreen like this, because like I mentioned, the physical sunscreen is kind of like a mirror, so it's gonna literally reflect the light away. And even if I'm retouching this consistently, I'm reapplying my other physical sunscreens, the sprays, I know that I'm consistently going back with it. And everything that I mentioned in this video are things that I'm consistently learning. I feel like skincare is truly the foundation of everything else. Just because I am somebody that loves makeup and I love wearing makeup, I realize right now in this time and age that skincare is way more important than the makeup aspects of it, which is why I've done a lot of research and I've been educating myself as much as I can to learn more about ingredients and products. I would pass on this for now. I just feel like there's so many other great sunscreens. Like I mentioned, I'm a really big fan of this, especially if you do have very sensitive skin, rosacea skin. You will really enjoy the First Aid Beauty sunscreen. This is absolutely great. Such a great physical sunscreen that has been working so well. I'm almost done with this, and I have another one that I'm gonna bring out as soon as I'm done with this, but I highly recommend this one. So yeah, those are pretty much all my thoughts. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it very useful. That's always my goal here on my channel, and also to save you guys some cash with these worth the buy or not reviews. So go ahead and sound off. Let me know down below what you think of the new Kylie Skin sunscreen. Have you purchased it? Did you purchase it? Will you be purchasing? Let me know all your thoughts down below. I love starting conversation with you guys because you guys are the best people around town. So give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see more worth the buy or not videos. Let me know what you want to see next. So if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Jessica. I make videos on all things beauty. As you guys can see, I incorporate everything that I know in this industry and use it to be as helpful as I possibly can to you guys. So please go ahead and subscribe down below. And also while you're at it, hit that notification bell, because that will make sure that you're notified as soon as I upload a new video, because I wouldn't want you guys to miss these videos for the world. So that being said, I love you guys so much. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.